the point of view of value, the point of view of the triggers you were getting, the type of volatility you were facing at the cash open. You were in a buy market, so you had to be on the angle selling those trades. And as we got into a more settled phase here, you can see that selling into this is not easy because we want liquidity. And the narrative is you look in the background and you find that those sell-off type candles there and you sell into them. Great trade. And then again here, and again, you can see that sell trade there, that triggered a very, very nice sell response. And then, of course, these sells that came in here, that short-term sell phase there, well, that was spectacular, wasn't it? We've just went from 650 to a low price of 575 for $1,500 of sell-side profits using an indicator that's on a beta test. How good is that? Doesn't seem as if anybody likes it much, but that's okay. We'll take it off of circulation and you can watch it for yourself. Liquidity-wise, just looking at it, you can see these trades taking place. They're not that difficult. They're not that difficult. You don't need to see it. You don't need to see that phase there. You don't need to see it because you can actually just put the bloody lines up on your screens and look at it yourself. You can see what the storyline is here. The real economy is very bearish. They're very bearish, aren't they? The real economy is really bearish, guys. I mean, it's not hidden from you. It's really clear. So one of these two is wrong. It's got to be simple as that. One of those two is going to be wrong. Which one is it? Well, that's what we've got to try and figure out. We can spread it if we don't know, which is what I showed you the screenshot of before. We showed you the screenshot of a spread, or you can play it according to how you see the storyline developing, but one of them's wrong, and you've got to play it as such. You've got to then say, I have an opportunity. I don't know where it is at this stage. I think it's short NASDAQ. Why? Because the real economy should drag the NASDAQ towards it. And obviously, when we look at that, we can start to go through the various other aspects of, well, what is the curve shape doing? What is the curve shape doing? It's going steeper. Remember, this is the forecasted front end curve. It's going steeper. So we know that steepener generally as a rule is negative equities. Generally as a rule, a steepener is going to be a bear steepener, because that's what we would normally expect. It would be in line with a bear flattener at the back end of the curve. So a bear steepener is normal. So if we see a steepener coming in the curve here, remember that's the inverse. So that steepener is a forecast of front end steepening. So that front end steepening, a 210 steepening, is sell side equities, isn't it? Sell side equities. Well, if that steepening there is sell-side equities, what the hell is this? Because we got it on the real economy. Agreed? That steepening there was well represented here on the real economy. Does everybody agree with that? Absolutely, right? So what seems to be off place? What seems to be out of whack with the big setup in the marketplace? It seems to be this NASDAQ rally is awfully badly priced. It looks as if it's pure, total piss-taking manipulation at the cash open, correct? Well, it even looks like a piss take at the cash open, doesn't it? If you look at that there, is that not the piss take we keep talking about at the cash open? If you look at that there and say, well, that's almost exactly what we covered in classroom with regard to a piss take. Yes or no? They take it up, they take it up, they take it up, they take it up, they take it up. They make it almost impossible for anybody to be short except for good traders who know what that looks like. And we know that this is bearish equities. And sure enough, we've just had a brilliant sell-off, made ourselves our entire day's money on that single swing sell side. But look at how difficult it was to be short. Look at how easy it was to be long. Look at how difficult it was to be short into the cash open. It is a perfect example of just recognizing the good stuff in trading. And obviously the big picture narrative, we've just wiped out the London session lows, which is spectacular. Absolutely spectacular, isn't it? Now that, my friends, is how to build a scenario. Look at that big picture narrative for the entire phase there. Look at that. It's just that entire whole thing now, isn't it? Crazy. And if this keeps going, of course, the next target price, probably the next target price is going to be back down towards this 500 level on this particular M contract. Change it for whatever contract you're on. It's crazy good, isn't it? Crazy good, guys. What a way to make a living, guys, when you see things as clear as this on your charts developing in real time. So lovely, lovely bit of business. Well done.